Dragonite actually made all its way through. We didn't pay attention to that. It was banned every single time in the previous series. So Yopaji's going to enjoy playing it, and at least once he gets to his level 6, he's going to have that corrosive damage as well. So it's going to be a bit of a rougher time for the TA.
That is true. It is quite hard for this Emperor Assassin to try and deal with the Dragonite, especially once he gets towards that Aghanim Scepter. He gets that Black Dragon, and gets the free pathing as well. It's going to be pretty scary. He gets a lot of agi from the Drow. He gets the extra attack range from the Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, dying with the Soul Rip can keep him up. They have press the attack. This Dragonite is going to be fairly hard for them to kill. Hyde's going to have to do a really good job at kiting him around.
I'd say next to impossible for him to die. It is interesting, though. It is the Undying laning with Scam, it seems. At least RR.
Well, yeah, from player-hero matchups, right? But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
It's
I guess
okay.
you want the Undying against the strength offlaner, right?
Yeah. It's okay in that sense. I mean, you don't need to win the laning stage, I guess. You're always going to be able to flash farm pretty quickly as the Drow now with a multi-shot. It seems like they're really prioritizing it on Scam to play. One of these things fit hit play style quite well.
Yeah, that is true. It's creating a lot of space for Scam, allow him to get pretty big and then come into those mid-game team fights and make better decisions with the enemy team. A lot of people are saying that this is a best of 5. No, unfortunately, it was just made a little bit bugged, and so now it is just a best of 3, guys. Don't get confused. This isn't like a best of 5 final, it's just a best of 3. So we'll have a look at these teams and see how they go into this next one. Makito's level 21!
He's not 25, alright?
Alright. For those of you who don't know about Darenog's infamous Wyvern, I'm going to call it infamous. He is the master tier Winter Wyvern of your dreams.
Yeah. Thank you, that's a very nice thing to say.
Well, I mean, I don't think I've lost with it yet. I don't think we've lost together if you've ever played Wyvern.
Amazing.
I would have to check my Dota buff, but I feel
don't do that.
I feel like I haven't lost with you playing Winter Wyvern yet, so...
You don't need to check that.
I'm going to check it anyways, alright? But either way, it looks like, yeah, this will be a Vengeful Spirit as well as the Lineage Commander in the offlane.
Yeah, seems about right. I mean, it's still a very, very strong lane, right? It might mean that don't go the Vengeance Horror to start with. Did he see and drop that Observer Ward? That's the more important.
I don't think Cypher did. I don't think Rappy was paying attention to Dreamacel's inventory.
I mean, the only thing is maybe they did with this Observer Ward that's slightly above it, but who knows?
They certainly didn't ping it out, so there's a little bit of mystery there whether or not they're going to go for it. Hyde, taking a little bit of clicks here from Play Hard. That's alright. Does go for the Magic Missile level 1 as well.
I mean, something we haven't commented on. Pos 5 Puck, thoughts?
It sounds trash to me, but Kezcute seems to be doing a decent amount of work here against RR, who is going to secure himself a nice little bounty rune here. So he gets that one, and it looks like FBZ beats out Scam in the right-click war. So they do get that one as well. This Pos 5 Puck, I don't know.
I don't think it's trash. I think it's fine, because you can just build up a couple of Null Talismans in lane, because you have the farm to. You don't need to buy the wards. And then suddenly, well, you're pretty good. You're doing a lot of damage. And then you're able to transition later on to a lot stronger hero.
Yeah, I guess an early level in the phase shift as well just means that he can dodge out that magic missile every time they want to try and go at him. Oh, doesn't have it now, so he takes quite a little bit of damage there from Play Hard. Comes forward with the Waning Rift. They do have the Blood Ride as well, so this is a Bloodseeker build that I've been seeing quite a lot of. You go W, E, E, and then you get Q at like level 4 or level 5. When you fall back to the jungle, because you don't want to, you know, take so much damage. But it has recently been buffed in 7.23, so it's surprising that he's not going for that very early level of Blood Rage.
Yeah. Korea might be in a vulnerable position on the bot side, not quite.
Well, it looks like RR is just going to stand here and just try and steal as much strength as he can. It looks like he missed the decay stack there on Kezcute, so get a little bit of damage from that Disruptor.
I think that Puck's status in the meta right now is basically just... It's resulting off all these little buffs that have added up over time. Previously...
Oh, they were the ones that got the Observer Ward kill.
Oh, is he going to chase down that courier?
No, he comes forward. He doesn't have the phase shift, but he uses the Waning Rift to come forward. And that's first blood going the way of Rappy. Dreamercell wanted to try and go forward on the Avenge, but unfortunately he didn't have the move speed for it. Oh, they're coming forward again. Out comes the South here from Rappy, but just a little bit of a get out of my face magic missile, I think.
Yeah, and Playhard's just going to run all the way back, you would think.
Bottom side.
Doesn't want to stay low for too long, otherwise you're just buffing up this Bloodseeker for no reason.
True. Scam gets a kill there with a multi-shot onto Kezcute, so it's starting pretty well here for Neon Esports. How's mid going here for the Dragonite Makoto? Yeah, they're pretty much dead even here.
I think that's to be expected. Right up until about this level 3 mark, I think that's where the TA could start a bit more of at least in terms of what farm she's able to, not necessarily harassing your Page Dragon.
Well, yeah. Especially because he does have those early levels in the Dragon Blood, so he's got a lot of regen, especially when he's eating a Tango, so... As for right now, your Page is perfectly fine with how this is going. But bottom side, looks like Skem's taking quite a bit of damage here. FBZ's taking a little bit more. They do turn around with retaliate stacks onto RR.
He's a tanky boy. He's fine. He's got those 12 decay stacks.
Yeah, he's more than happy with how that's going, Skem. Just trying to make sure that FBZ isn't at full HP all the time in this lane, because that's when he can really start to pressure RR.
Popping the early retaliate as well to make sure he could... assuming a range creep. Still not able to make maximum use out of it. So he's going to be a bit frustrated there. Nice stack up on the top side by Hyde, and he's going to pull that into the range camp. Equal out some of that equilibrium.
Oh, he didn't actually get the pull. A little bit unfortunate there. Kezcute was able to pick up R's Courier as well, who had a decent amount of regen on it. So no GPM there for the Undying. Play hard as well as Hyde. They're going to stand here and have a little man fight. Level 2 on both these supports, but Playhard, he's level 3, so he's doing a lot more damage than what Hyde is. But they're just going to fall back for now. They do have to keep their Courier safe here against Kezcute, because it looks like he's hunting for yet another Courier.
This time, he gets the pull. There we go.
Let's go Hyde. Get that pull off, son.
Ooh,
oh, looks like Kezcute. They're going to come down here, doing a lot of damage to Skem. But no kills just yet. They always have to make sure they're fairly healthy here on the side of Neon, because they don't want to keep buffing out that Bloodseeker, because then it just makes Rappy's lane a lot harder.
Doing a decent job of it so far. So, Photo is doing his best to make sure that this DK stays as low as possible. Lights well, so wanting to go for a bit more harass now, it seems.
He's going to see if he can try and get some kills. Looks like Skem bottom gets another kill on Kezcute. T-Tools, if I've ever seen one. Fortunately, I've missed every kill that Skem's gotten so far, so... seems like every time I go away from Skem, he gets a kill. So, if you're a Neon fan, I'll go observe the top lane.
Well, we've got another 10 seconds until the bounty runes spawn. Let's see what sort of skirmishes are breaking out for it. Looks like RR wants to go for the one in the river. Side one going to be picked up by FZ.
Playhard just played himself, it looks like. Oh, he does not get the bounty rune either. He's going to try and get the Hyde kill, but the phase shift has been leveled up level 3 here.
Especially this early on.
For free.
Losing all of that mana for absolutely no gain is huge. And only doing it against a position 5 puck as well just adds salt to the wound.
Looks like bottom side, Kezcute's looking for something again. He's just going to plant a few wards.
I think he's trying to catch out any sort of couriers that might be coming towards this lane. Not quite the flying couriers yet on both RR as well as Skem. RR did finally get his full courier's worth of items. He's finished up his magic one now, but still made it so he's a little bit further behind than he would like to be.
Yeah, I really like these wards coming up from Kezcute as well. Just getting these super deep wards, realizing to see if anybody starts going towards the jungle, they can start making more rotations, and as you said, you can see some couriers walking past as well, so he wants to try and get those snipes out. It is really nice for the team if they can get those courier kills early on.
Goto as well, I mean, that just gives proof to where they have vision on the Neon side, walking around thinking that there was a rune top, but Makoto knows that's definitely not the case.
Yeah, it looks like Dreamercell, he's taking quite a lot of damage here from the boys of Neon. Bloodseeker getting caught out. They have another magic missile. The last little auto attack should be able to do it. They want Rappy in the front, and they do get it. And on the bottom side, they do take out FBZ as well. So, combining with his boy Skem.
Ooh, pops the dragon form, seeing if he can do some harass here onto Makoto.
That's 2 traps. That's a lot of damage that's going out to this dragon. He's fairly low here, Makoto. Potentially, if he comes forward a little bit more, might be able to take out Yopaj.
Harass coming through, and we can see mid lane's basically the only one that's going decent for
Yopaj coming forward. They do throw out the magic missile. They don't get the refraction because he doesn't have any mana for it, and that's a lot of damage. RR's the one that picks that up with the soul rip.
Yeah. 4 heroes required though, and it's kind of that balancing act, right? Do you want to be able to rotate 4 heroes to get the strongest hero on the lane, but then it kind of enables the ones on the side to then catch up the rest of the pack.
Yeah, exactly. We saw Rappy up top lane, just having a little bit of a fight there with Hyde. Trying to get himself some neutral items. Or does he get the broom? He can't find it. Where is it? It's underneath the creeps. Who gets the broom? Oh no, it looks like Dreamercell is the one that picks up with the broom. They do have the duel coming out here. They want to get the kill on this +5. Do they have enough? They do, just in time. But unfortunately, Rappy doesn't get his broom.
Pretty value for the Bloodseeker as well. Makes the chase that much easier.
I think the biggest thing is, it doesn't count towards the neutral item either. That counted towards Neon's one, so they've got 2 already. Whereas Boom still has 3 more to go.
Bit unlucky too, because the Centaur took, I think, a double or a triple stack on the bottom side of the map while that was happening. 0 neutral item.
Well, Dreamercell taking quite a lot of damage. But, again, he's a Bloodseeker, so he's happy with this.
You can see how careful they're being with the courier as well on the bottom side. Having to go through the trees. Slow it is. That's disgusting.
Yeah, slow couriers is a big feels bad, man. FBZ, he's getting founded here by RR. He does have to use the Stampede, though, so... Just going to leave him be. Gets himself a salve up as well. How do you feel about every... It seems like every hero is just stacking bucklers. So, speaking of stacking bucklers, top side, they're going to try and go on a Dreamercell. They don't have the duel. Let's use the Rupture out as well, doing a lot of damage here to the Legion Commander. But she's too tanky for them to go on.
I think with the bucklers, it's not one of those things that you want to go as, like, the item that you bring to the lane, but it's just so good. Like, the amount that armor is a factor now in this current Dota meta is huge, because you're taking these constant brawling fights, you're constantly needing to win out these small trades. You know, if you can vie for 1 or 2 more hits than the enemy hero, then you're in an advantageous position. And so having a buckler early on, which can now build into multiple things, is pretty damn effective.
Yeah, it really does feel like it's the new Bassi. It's the hero, the item that a lot of people get. Actually, it kind of feels like the new Aquila, right? Like an item that pretty much everybody gets. You're not mad if you have one. You're not mad if you have multiple ones, you know?
I'd say you were on point with the first one. I think it's much more like the first Bassi, you know, needing it to finish up the Vlads. Obviously, Bassi's still in a very similar position there, but it provides the armor component, and that's really where you're allowed to transition from the laning stage into the mid game once you finish the complete item.
Well, speaking of transitions, it is now time for the 10-minute, which means it's outpost time, baby. We're going to have a fight here between Boom as well as the boys of Neon. They're going to stand on top of it. Out comes the Blood Rider as well, but look at how much damage Scam is doing. The multi-shot's deleting everybody. You wanted to get this outpost, and Neon says no. 9-0 so far here for the boys of Neon, and this is looking strong.
Oh, they got the top one as well. Oh no, that's not good at all.
Oh, the swap back here on a Dreamercell. He's caught out between 4 heroes. They have Yapaj as well. They're going to get the last kill there with the brief fire. And Neon, 10-0 at 10 minutes in. I don't think you could be any more happier if you're a Neon fan right now.
No, this is the dream start for them. And shout out to the owner as well, a proud Aussie man.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to talk about that in our last series. But yes, Neon is owned by a proud Australian.
Poker player, Robert Campbell. Look him up.
So shout out to Robert. Boys are doing well. So far.
Yeah.
I feel like we've just sent them to the abyss with the Caster's Curse, but...
Yeah, potentially, but I'm sure they're good enough to recover.
We'll see how they transition from this wonderful early game now. If you're in the boots of Boom ID, though, Matt, how are you feeling? Where do you want to put a lot of your eggs? I feel like TA is certainly the one that you should be looking at if you're Boom ID.
I mean, she's the only one that has any sort of game at this point, so you're kind of forced to. She got a Mithril Hammer coming out to her? Yeah, she does, so Still about 1,000 gold left until she gets that Desolator, maybe get some map control. Ooh.
Bottom side, they're stampeding out on the Skem, but he gets so much HP back because he killed all those creeps with the Blood Rage on. Does he have enough HP? He doesn't, but I think it's going to be able to turn around and get themselves a few more kills here on the side of Neon. FBZ, so others get caught out. Dreamer Cell's getting stuck underneath the tower as well. Needs the Soul Rip, gets it eventually, so that's a 3-for-1. Unfortunately, Rappy got glimpsed all the way back to the top lane, so he didn't get a dual kill, but Neon, you're happy with that.
I mean, I didn't quite see who bought up the tomes previously. I wonder if Boom have any left, because this Disruptor, he's still level 5. If he had the Static Storm, that fight is completely different.
Well, who knows? Kez Cute, though, standing here, does find out Yopaj. They don't have the glimpse for another 4 seconds, so they won't be able to catch out the big dragon.
More importantly, I just saw the Midas get used by Yopaj. I rarely see a Midas in this meta. I feel like it's way too fast to be able to afford it, but when you've had such a great start, I mean, why not, you know? You could further extend the lead that you've been able to secure for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It does feel like it's one of those items where it's like, we're going to brawl a lot, so I'm just going to start Midasing creeps when it's off cooldown. He's going to try and tip himself away, Yopaj.
Glimpse?
KezQ doesn't find him. He's looking at other places of the map right now. Hyde comes in with a nice little waiting rift. Doesn't use the orb just yet, but they're going to catch out Play Hard. Does have another swap to save himself. He swaps out RR, who was ruptured, which is a little bit unfortunate. He eventually gets the kill on the Disruptor, so I don't think it was too unfortunate there for Neon. RR is standing in the middle of Boom, and they can't do anything. That is a huge overwhelming odds, and Skem cleans up Hyde with the last bit of the multi-shot. I mean, that looked
60.
bad, but it ended up being amazing for Neon.
Yeah, again, Disruptor going down without being able to drop his Static Storm. I think he only hit it mid-fight, which was probably a big component of that, but man, it just feels like some of these heroes on Boom's side are having zero impact. I think Puck's doing a good job, actually, but some of these others are nothing.
Yeah, it really does feel like Makoto's like, alright boys, I guess I'll try and farm as much as I can and try and win these next couple of team fights, but 16-1 down. 17k already, 13 minutes in, looks like this is the time to go. They've got the Desolator, they've found out Rappy, so they're going to be able to catch out the Legion Commander. But they wanted more. They really wanted to try and get a second kill out of that, but unfortunately all they get is Rappy. And they don't even get a singular person to get the kill. It was spread across all of them.
Between 4, yeah. Absolutely nuts. Now, the big thing is, we've seen that they've been able to transition these teamfight wins on Neon's side into a couple of tower kills. Boom, not so much. You've got the Desolator, but you're just still so scared of the rest of the team that are 14 kills ahead of you that you don't want to risk it at this point. Yeah,
it really does feel like that they're just like, okay, we're just going to see if Makoto can get to a point where he's got Blink, Deso, BKB, I guess, and hopefully they don't lose the game by then, but they really have to try and control these outposts. They have to try and control these bounty runes as well, coming towards that 15-minute mark, but the boys of Yopaj, Neon, they found him here, but Makoto, oh, they broke the smoke. Nice play here from Boom, and I think Kezku's going to be the one that pays the price for it. Going to come in forward with Yopaj. They have the Dragon Tail as well. They're just going to kill out the Disruptor.
Oh, the Courier as well. Poor Kezku. And they lose the outpost. Oh, this is an absolute disaster for Boom.
It just feels like they're kind of shell-shocked from that first series, losing 2-0 up against the boys of Geek Fam. As we said, we didn't get to watch it, so we didn't see if it was super one-sided or not. But usually, you know, 2-0s aren't really good on your mental state. And it looks like Boom, they're a little bit demolished here, and I don't know how they're supposed to come back against this Drow lineup that's 8k ahead at 15 minutes in.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh, and more importantly, having a look at the XP difference, it's sitting at around 5,000, which at the 15-minute mark is enormous. Like, how are you supposed to come back from that? They don't have any of these heroes that have plus XP gain talents either, so you can't come back in that way.
Yeah, it really does feel like it's way too hard for these heroes to come back in. Yopaj, she's found that Hyde as well. They do throw out the Static Storm, but it is onto a Dragon Knight, so he doesn't really care all too much about that. Just walks forward, and they're okay for now. So they tried to get the kill on the Hyde, but unfortunately didn't work out.
They're going full Aura build this time with Play Hard. He's got the Vlad's already built up, so in addition to his great health pool sitting at a clean 2,000 on Yopaj, and be able to have that 25% lifesteal constantly coming out on him.
Especially with somebody like Skem as well. He's got that multi-shot who I feel like he's going to be able to lifesteal off every single one of his arrows.
Quiller. Well,
I mean, yeah, and then he just gets it at Aquila, so it's like, alright.
Well, the Blink Dagger coming through for Makoto on his TA, that's really big. You know, maybe you can get a couple of pickoffs, use it to scale a few towers. They were able to get the tier 1 at bot. Try and put some pressure up here, but it's at the sacrifice of Roshan, which is happening on Neon's end. I think there's no way of contesting Rosh at this point, so try and take as much as you can. It's just a matter of how quickly are Neon going to be able to TP to try and stop them.
Yeah, this seems to be like the old trade that you used to do, right? Remember the tier 2 towers for the Roshan, and you would take that trade any day of the week. But now, it just seems like there's a little bit of desperation coming out from Boom. They're trying to get what they can. Tier 2 tower is nice, but they're probably going to lose the tier 2 tower top as well. And surely they can't fight into it. They're going to try and force the boys of Neon back with a little tier 3 tower push of their own.
They got to play to win at this point, not play to not lose. And this is the only way you could do it, right? Force these TPs back, make them slow down a little bit, which is what you want to get the Drow lineup.
So Playhard's the only one that's here. They do get the blink forward here. They're going to try and take out the Venge at the start of the fight. Out comes the Blood Rider as well, so they're eventually going to kill her. The rest of Neon have not TP'd. The glimpse goes all the way back here from RR, so he's stuck on the top side of the map. Neon, they're coming back here and they want to defend their tier 3 tower, but boom, they got what they wanted. They got damage on the tier 3 and they got themselves a kill.
And they've still got the aura here on this Vengeful Spirit as well, so he's constantly there, just giving the vision.
Oh, they're going to come forward. Another Blink Husum comes out as well with the Dream Call on top. This is a lot of damage coming out here from Boom ID, but do they have enough?
Oh,
no!
damn.
Skem is so strong! He's standing still, and he's blowing everybody to pieces. Neon, they thought they were going to get themselves some kills from Boom, but unfortunately it was the other way around. Skem's a beast.
I mean, how luxurious is that? You can just have your Venge illusion that's doing basically everything the previous Venge was doing anyway. Walk in forwards. If you've got a tanky-ass Dragon Knight sitting right in front of him, and then you can just say, alright, I'm just going to pop my E and then win the fight.
It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I mean, when you're this far ahead, you do get those kind of luxuries. So, Neon, they're feeling really strong about their position in the game right now. They're 9k ahead. Surely they don't know that they're exactly 9k ahead, but, you know, they're being able to control these outposts, they control these bounty runes, coming towards that 20-minute mark. Gonna have the, you know, the tier 3 items coming very, very soon. And that's when I feel like Neon's just going to be able to close out the game. They get those tier 3 items, they get those tier 2 towers, and they just start to end the game.
Trying to make something happen. No. The Haste Rune, I think, on the bench, trying to get a cheeky swap off onto the correct person, but it seemed like that'll be able to happen this time. While they're positioning around this tier 2 mid, without looking, what would you say the win probability is right now for Neon?
Oh, I'm a call like 95%.
98.
Oh, I was close. I was like, it does feel like it's next to an impossibility here for Boom, but we've seen it all happen before. We've seen those 100%ers turn back around.
You always got to give an allowance for throws in C, right?
Exactly.
Look at Skemmy's just like, well, I'm just going to sit on this back line, have the Venge next to me, and your tower's gone.
Oh, look at how much damage he does to Kezcute just by throwing out a multi-shot. So they don't have creeps now. Actually, the creeps have just come back in. So they're going to walk forward here, play hard. He's looking for that swap. He wants either a clumsy net or a swap. Gonna look for something. Skem's going to walk back away from this, but they still have the Aegis. They've still got Dragon Form for a decent amount of time as well. And boom, they don't want to borrow it. Makoto's top. He's just going to take a tier 2 tower and he's going to deal with this. He's like, alright boys, we're just going to lose a LAN'e Rax and hopefully we try and win the next team fight.
I mean, he can't even take the tier 2 tower, and he is very careful now. Wisely putting down the Psionic Trap to stop against any sort of TPs, although coming in from behind.
Rappy. He is TPing out though on Makoto, so they're going to try and get themselves a fight towards that mid lane.
Look at that heal on Skem. That was insane.
Yeah, it looks pretty ridiculous when he's got a Vlad's next to him. Do they have any other, like, lifesteal around him?
No, but they just give him the press the attack, so he just attacks faster.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like Neon have kind of figured something out with this Drow Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to take these... Yeah, they're going to take these shrines as well. What are they waiting for Boom? Is there an item that they're waiting on? You know, maybe Makoto BKB? They've got a Bloodseeker BKB. So, Dreamer Cell's got his BKB, but...
I don't know what Kezcute's saving for. He needs something. He needs to be able to contribute anything in these team fights, because right now he's thrown like a Static Storm onto a Dragon Knight, and it hasn't been all too effective. Hyde's got the Veil of Discord, which is pretty good for a pos 5 puck, if I'm being honest.
He's also 2 levels higher than what Kezcute is, which is
a
bit weird.
But it's this this Bloodseeker that's seriously lacking on Dreamer Cell that's the biggest issue, even with picking up that broom handle for free.
It really does feel like that they just haven't been able to get the team fights they want. I just don't think they're tanky enough to deal with it. Oh, Imp Claw on TA. This could be pretty damn good.
Do you give it to TA? Or do you give it to
It's
the
a free
Bloodseeker so
crit.
he has something? Yeah, I know, but you gotta give up something. Oh.
You'd give up a Wraithband, right?
I guess.
I don't know. I'm the type of core player that if a neutral item works on me in any way, shape, or form, I'ma use it. See, he chucked it in. Good boy, Makoto.
You seem like Scam, you know?
Yeah.
Neutral items, they're all mine.
Yeah, they're all mine. 100%. Royal Jelly in my backpack? I don't care. It's my backpack.
This is
Rappy.
my game. Oh, they're gonna run into Scam here,
Oh,
actually.
they have found Scam. He does not have the Aegis. Actually, he does still have the Aegis. No, he doesn't. I'm looking back and forth here. I thought I was looking at Makoto, but Scam, he's getting caught out here. He does have a big one to come forward here. They have a lot of swaps and a lot of saves as well, but they're catching him inside of this Blood Rite and do a lot of damage, but can they kill him? No, they can't. They press the attack and the Soulbite comes in. They just keep this Drow alive. I thought they surely were going to kill Scam, but apparently not. Mech and Soul Rip, and I believe he got some heals from the Blood Rage. I don't know.
The Blood Rage and the Vlad's aura as well with the multi-shot combined, or just being able to attack in general. That was absolutely nuts. I don't like, you know, putting losses on players, but at least in that team fight, Disruptor could have been way faster with that Static Storm kinetic field, just to be able to secure him in place. He doesn't have a BKB yet on this Drow, and that would have been huge to be able to take him down with no Aegis, just walking around on his own. But instead, 23 minutes, 15k net worth lead. It's rough.
Oh, they're going to come forward again. They have thrown out the magic. Look at the damage!
Against a Centaur.
That's a lot of damage. They're trying to go forward here. They're trying to get themselves a kill here on to play hard. He doesn't care. He's still got a spirit. He does not mind this at all. The comes in, it comes forward, catches out Makoto. So they get themselves the second land of racks. The Blink comes forward. That is a huge Dragon Tail comes out on the Centaur. He doesn't even get a single spell off. Yopaz comes in with the clutch Dragon Tail. That's GG already. 23 minutes in, Neon right on in the books as what we call a stomp. That was gorgeous to watch.